Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to do some framing, a stud wall, so you can change your 2-bedroom house into a 6-bedroom house, or you can build a shed for your garden. The same principle as we do the stud wall in, you could do a shed out of. Now I'm going to run through a couple of tools that you're going to need for this project. You're going to need a pair of gloves, because Papa John, you get your gloves on, no fingerprints. There's no fingerprints because we're dads, we're tight, we do DIY. Keep your gloves on, no evidence with the gloves. So you need a good set of gloves because the wood splinters. You're going to need a tape measure, a decent thick tape measure, lockable. With this one it extends quite well and you can lock it. That's the idea of a tape measure. I used to be that tall. Now I'm not tall. Sometimes I'm not tall. All depends when I lie down and when I wake up, Mr. Brown. Tape measure. You need some buds. He gets hungry. Something to chew on, but I like to put them in my ears. Like that. A secret tip when you put in these earbuds, roll them in your fingers, poke them in. Couple of earbuds there. Keep the loud noises out. Decent knife, tack knife, pencil, do your drawing, do your marking, knife to sharpen it. Some kind of set square. It doesn't have to be this big, but a set square so we can set off our walls, make sure they're nice and straight. These cheaper ones. Some screws. These are the screws. It all depends if you're nailing it together, screwing it together. These ones are for fitting the sole plate and the head plate. Box of screws. These are 60, 70, 6 millimeters by 70 millimeters. 70 millimeters is longer. That's the length, the 6 is the thickness. Now the thing is, when we screw into the floor, we don't want it to be too long because it goes through the floor, and if there's pipes under here or cables, we're going to burst them. Now us being dads, we don't like to have a look underneath. We're professional DIYers. So just fixing that straight to the floorboard will hold our floor. So we need a box of screws. If it's a concrete floor, not a timber floor, you'd have to drill it and plug it. But this is what's going to hold it to the floor, some glue. Don't tap! Don't tap! Bit of glue, there's your glue gun. That's what we call in a trade a professional. This is Dad's DIY gun. Get some glue. When you buy glue, don't buy solvent free. Solvent free is rubbish. Always get the solvent glue. Good hammer. What you do with a hammer? You hammer, that's right. Good hammer for hammering. Tool belt. Little pinny. Just to put all your stuff in. You don't need that, that's an extra. Screwdriver for putting in the screws. Gonna need a decent level. Need a short level for putting your headers in. You can do your studs with this if you want. Make sure it's level and plumb. This one would be fine. You'd find it easier with a bigger level though, for your studs, because you can, this is a 6 foot level, just under 6 foot. And if you want to, a nail gun. This is the best way to get your studding up, is a nail gun. You can rent these from the tool hire place, and I thoroughly recommend it, and I'll run through now how we're going to use our tools. So if you looked at, oh yeah, and a saw. Oh my goodness, I nearly forgot the saw, Mr. Brown. How am I going to cut the wood without a saw? I could gnaw through it, but that'd take all day. So we use a a handsaw. And there we go. That is our tools for this job. Papa John, and a brand new thing. I'm going to show you how to use the nail gun. I recommend if you've got a lot of framing, you go and rent one of these from the shop for the weekend. Us being dads, we're tight, but it's be a lot faster. This is how you load it. You get some Paz-load nails. These are 90s. In the box, quick. These are the old Paz-loads. Nails there. 3.1 times 90. That's the thickness. That's the length. Then in here you get the gas. Get the gas. You click it down. Click, click. That goes in here. Gas, click it, make sure it's clicked down. Pop it in there, make sure it's lined up. Close that. See it's got a reload, that means it's empty. You pull this back, clicks, get your nails. Make sure they're chamfered the right way, they go in. And then you think you're in the film Bad Boys 2. That's lock and loaded. Get the battery. That's it. Flashing green. When that starts flashing red, it means it's dead. When this goes up to there, it says reload. Just cock it, put some more in. Okay. This here is your firing piece. When you push those two pieces in, it nails that way. When you have it that way, pushed in, it nails. I'll now demonstrate. It goes in, you push it down, and you fire. That's it. Go straight through there. We could pinch it this way, at an angle. Goes in that way. And I just nailed it to the bench. It's fine. So if we were to nail this to that, I could put that like that. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to put that like that. You can either nail it to the side, at an angle, keep your hands away. To this side, at an angle, you have to push it and fire. Okay? That's it. Or straight, push, hold the end, fire. Now this is how you adjust the depth. See, you've got a little nail there. Just lift this up. If you find your nail heads aren't going in, you just click it down. Or if they're going in too deep, you push it out. I found with this particular nail gun, that's good. See, it's flashing red, battery's dead. Make sure when you use this, you're in a well ventilated area. Or if you're not nailing, you're screwing, get your screws. These ones are too thick, you'd most probably want a thinner, about 100, and you just screw it in at the side. Hold it in at an angle, start it, and then push it in that way. Like that. It's a lot easier, or you can get your nails and hold it and nail it in. It's a lot easier though to go and rent a screw gun. And that's what it looks like when it comes through. Powerful, good bit of kit. It's well worth hiring one. Now let's get on with the stud work so we can get around the barbecue. We can talk about our fishing stories and James Brown! I'm gonna watch the James Brown video! Okay, this is Dad's DIY. Let's crack on. So Frank just said to me, it's a quick update for Dad's. Frank said, "But how'd you saw a piece of wood if you never saw a piece of wood before?" Good point, I said, Frank, do the video. So this you just saw what you got from B&Q. Get a good bench. As with Dads, we like to use the step. We'll get the missus to get down on all fours and just kneel on her back, get the knee right in the back. So there's our mark, so we want to chop that piece there. Now if you get a saw, so it says 90 there, it says 45 degrees there, that's the angles. Most saws, even if it hasn't got that, you can use that as a set square. So what you do is with your mark, it's marked, you slide the saw up to the mark, making sure it's flat against there, you mark it. Then if you turn it on its side, place the saw up to it, mark it. That'll give us a straight edge because we want this bit to be straight. See? Yeah? We don't want it at an angle or cut. Now the way to do this is when you saw in, always put your sub on the mark, put the saw near it and give it a couple of pulls backwards. Then you saw down to the mark, like this. You saw across and down. That'll give you a straight. So I've marked it down and now I'm going across. Keep doing that. Cross the pencil line, down the pencil line. Let the saw do the sawing. Do the full length of the saw. Let the saw do the sawing, not the arc. Down. There you go. And that is a nice straight cut. So when Frank says, "How'd you keep the wood so straight?" That's how you do it, but we are going to cheat and use Billy Bob's chop saw. You can pick up the chop saws again, you can hire them, or you can pick one up from B&Q for about 17 quid. All depends how much framing you want. Thank you.